Earl, sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Can't hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk high, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. Spur King, baby, let's get it on.
Hey, fam, it's your man, Dante the Dark Knight, along with my co-hosts with the co-most, Nichelle and Pat, and our Philadelphia Eagles are taking on the New York Jets today, and it has all the writings on the wall of being what they call a trap game, but we're not going to treat it like that, right? We're going to go out there, and our guys are going to handle business the way they're supposed to. Not a lot of people are out. We'll go over the inactives just a little shortly. I did have a chance to go over the Jets' last two games, and they're not a team that we need to take lightly. They're really not, especially it being having the looks or the appearance of being a trap game. We've got to take this game seriously because they do. You say it all the time, Pat. Any given Sunday, and they do have the ability to knock off a team like the Eagles if they are sleeping. So we cannot rest on our laurels or on this 5-0 record. We have got to come out and take care of business like we have done the previous 5 weeks. I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight. Let's get this virtual tailgate on the road. This is Eagles Talk. We like to talk about our favorite football team. That is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. This is how we get the party started. So Pat is doing we know what Pat's doing. If you're a regular here, everybody knows what Pat's doing. He's doing the Jameson Irish whiskey because that's a part of our mojo. That's why we are 5-0. At least that's the way I like to think about it. That's why we are 5-0, because Pat drinks a lot of Jameson on game days. Excuse me.
A lot.
And Nichelle, what are you drinking? Nichelle is drinking what is that? I can't see.
Cantata Negra and
Cantata Negra.
Some cold brew.
Tequila? Is that tequila?
It's like a coffee liqueur, tequila-based coffee liqueur. Goes into my cold brew. Shout out to Duncan.
And I got the double shot of cranberry juice, real strong.
Please enjoy responsibly.
I better pick it easy on that. I ain't gonna make it through the game. All right, here we go. So to our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the First Quarter.
All right, man. 5-0, looking good. I liked the last game. I thought it was dominant, even though we had a couple of hiccups in the red zone. It still was a dominating performance. We talked about it Thursday, how this team can play keep away, and you really don't get that many opportunities to score because we'll keep the ball for like 10 minutes at a time. So that bodes well for us and our record. And I love the way I like how they won last year, but I'm enjoying the way they're winning this year too. Going into this game against the Jets have a quarterback that's not very highly rated, Zach Wilson, but in stretches and sometimes he can look like a first round pick, and he did so against the Kansas City Chiefs. Although they came up a little short, and he did so a little bit last week too, and they did come out with the win there. So he's not somebody you can sleep on. What do you think about this game against the Jets, Pat?
Yeah, this is what you call your atypical trap game. You're playing at a high level. You're winning games even though you're not playing your best football, and you're going against a team that really have their starters out. They have all their core guys out, and they're going to be hungry up there to get a win, especially with that defensive line that we're about to face. You got to keep the main things the main things. Go out there, do your job, win the game. That's it. Don't worry about padding the stats. Don't worry about getting AJ the ball 17 times. If he's not open, he's not open. Get it to the wide open guy. Linebackers, listen, just make the freaking play. That's it. Easy.
Michelle, speaking of linebackers, we do have a linebacker coming back. Nakobe Dean. What's your feelings on Nakobe Dean coming back? Should he just crack the starting lineup? Because Morrow has been playing very, very well. Should he just come right back in and get his starting spot, or should we go with the hot hand?
I mean, I think Coach Sirianni said they're always going to go with the hot hand, if I'm not correct, on one of his last interviews a week ago. So I think they should work Nakobe Dean in steadily. I wouldn't just totally flip the script because, as you said, Morrow is playing well. But the Jets really don't have any chance unless their defense shows up.
They will.
At all. That's really their only chance to even be competitive in this game, and don't sleep. Like we said, it could be a trap game, but I don't believe in those anymore. It's the Eagles. We find a way to win, whether it's a trap, no trap, 1 point, 2 point, 3 points. It is what it is. But if the Jets can't find a way to stop the Eagles from putting up over 21 to 24 points, it's a wrap. Period.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, one thing I'm not, when I look at the game, just talent versus talent, right? And if I go a little further and look at how we've been playing versus how they've been playing, I think that all indications are that we should win this game, right? My only concern has nothing to do with whether Zach Wilson looks like a first-round draft pick. It actually has to do with Vegas. The things that get me are, I look at things like 12-0 against the Jets, their whole secondary being out. All the money is going to be on us, right? And this is one of those Vegas games that I'm afraid of. That's my only concern. But I'm not going to waste a lot of mental energy on thinking like that. I'm just going to keep it to the X's and O's and the talent on the field. And when you look at that, yes, we should take care of business as we always have. But as we found out with the Commanders game, although the Jets are not a division rival, so we don't have to worry about that aspect. But as we found out with the Commanders game, any given Sunday, something can happen. And like I said, I did check out the New York Jets, and this would be a good team if they had Aaron Rodgers. I have to admit that they would be a much better team if they had Aaron Rodgers. The play calling. The offensive coordinator has done a good job with Zach Wilson. I think he's still running a lot of things that he would run with Aaron Rodgers, but he's being very smart in what he's allowing Zach Wilson to do. But Zach has a better arm than the other quarter who down in Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield. So he has a better arm. He just makes dumb decisions sometimes. I think that's his biggest thing. He just makes dumb decisions, but he has the arm strength. He makes a lot of he zips that ball in. It's almost like he's throwing a dart when you watch him throw the ball. So it depends, man. It depends on what team shows up on both sides of the ball. I think that we're a veteran team. I think we're experienced enough to know that there's no letdowns here. And our leader on the field is Jalen Hurts. So can there possibly ever be a letdown? Will he ever let this team come in and not take the game seriously? I don't think so.
I think that's just blasphemy for people to even suggest that, not just Jalen, but this team, period. They haven't shown in seasons that they take stuff lightly. You know what I mean? They've been very about their business week after week after week. So for us even entertain that, or like I said last week, pontificate on the fact that they would take a game lightly. This is not that crew of players. We don't have a crew of players that take anything lightly. They always want to win, and they always want to win convincingly. So that shouldn't even be part of our subjects that we talk about.
Yeah, you're honestly right. But in the same context, right? You go look back at it. This game is the classic trap game. I know you don't believe in it. It is. Look at the San Francisco 49ers versus the Cleveland Browns right now.
Right now. I know.
Cleveland is up on them.
Look at the Chiefs game when they took them to overtime.
The thing about it is that some of these teams treat these games when you play in these juggernauts as their Super Bowl. So they come out there swinging. They come out there trying to do anything and everything to get the W. And if you fall into those traps, you can easily be a victim of it.
That's easily. If you got a weak jaw. You let anybody swing when your jaw is strong. My quarterback's 600 pounds.
When you looking ahead above this game, when you're looking to the next game after this game, you're not seeing that left cross. You're not seeing the left cross. It happens to everybody. Mike Tyson said it best. Listen, you could be the top dog until you can come with the best game plan until you get punched in the face.
I
Like
know that's right.
that changes everything. So we have to be uber focused. We have to be uh willing to do the little things, like we were playing a top-notch team when we played the Jets. They have a great defensive line. I'm not just a
Mhm.
good. They have a great defensive line. They have some really good moving parts with their linebackers. Now, I mean, when I talk about this in inactives in a minute, they are missing some of their stars on the defensive side. But don't get it twisted. They gonna come there and try to bite our kneecaps.
Yeah, and it's a
Hey,
home game for them, so they definitely are gonna come with 200% playing. But I ain't scared.
and I am not scared also. And I am going to apologize because I have not welcomed in our fourth co-host of the show, and that's you guys in the chat room. We thank you so much for supporting Eagles Talk every week. So let me bring you guys in. The first person in the room today is Tony Burren.
Hey,
He says, "Yo,
Tony.
what's up, Bird fan? What's up?" All right, let me do it. It's 5:34 in the morning. 5:34 in the morning, Tony. Let me know if I'm right. He's over in Australia, in case you guys don't know. And I always try to guess the time. All right, so it's 5:34 in the morning. Let me know if I'm right. All right, JT's the second person in the room today. JT says, Bird Gang fly, Eagles fly. Let's go. You're
Yes.
right. Let's go. Jeremiah's in the house. Let's go get this dub. Jeremiah, he joined me last night on State of the Eagles. What's up? What's up, Jeremiah? Thanks for being so loyal. Daz Dante. Oh, I like that name. I don't know why. It just has a ring to it. Daz Dante. I like that name. Let's go Birds, Daz Dante says. Ed Clinton is also in the house. Happy Sunday. That's right. Hey, Ed, you're going to join me on the play-by-play, right? I need Ed. Ed is the one that tells me if I'm ahead or behind. He keeps me regulated. So if I'm too ahead, they don't like that. So I have to go to the broadcast that's a little behind. They like that better. And then there's always an asshole that has to come in and then ruin it for me. They don't like me to be ahead because I ruin it for them, but I don't like when they're ahead because they ruin it for me. But only if they say something. There was an asshole last week that continuously had to post in there what happened before I could see it on my screen. So I hope he's not there. So
See,
the
that earned you a block card.
yeah, beautiful. Miss Sandler's in the house. She says, "Yerp, go Birds." And Mr. Richard Boo Layton is in the house. Eagles fan, what's up?
Hey,
What's up?
Chad.
And we always know what you're
What
drinking:
up?
the Grey Goose and Ultralight.
Ultralight.
Grey Goose and Ultralight. Why you drink that? You drink it on ice, Richard? I never knew what you drank that on. Those straight shots or what are you
Probably
doing?
straight shot with a chaser.
Straight
Ultralight
shot with a
chaser.
chaser.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
Chilled or not chilled?
Steph says I might be drinking that before work tomorrow in the show. Sounds good.
See,
Okay,
there
what
you
you
go.
drinking?
There you go.
He's not
La
drinking.
All right.
Caminera.
He's just getting straight coffee.
VJ's in the house.
It'll
He said,
help,
what kind of
Steph,
defense play Jets play? Is that cover 3? Oh, we'll let Pat get into that.
Mhm.
Ryan is in the house. Yo.
What up, Ryan?
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Browns are up over the Niners. Tony is reporting. James
Washington's
Wall.
up too.
Oh, wow. This is the week we need to perform on offense, defense, special teams, blowout. Who is stepping up? Who next? Attitude. Knock the cleats off these Bammers. I'm with that. All right, so that's the attitude we got to have for this virtual tailgate here on Eagles Talk, getting you guys ready. And wait a minute, another thing I've forgotten too. How am I going to keep the mojo if I don't have my shades? I got to put my shades on, yeah, because that's going to keep that. There you go. Now we go. We're 6-0, 6-0. Don't worry about it. We're back. All right, so Pat, what do the Jets play? Is that a cover 3 they play out there?
They play various things, array of defensive coverages. But the thing about it is that they're daring to two corners. The two starting corners that actually made that defense go, they're down.
Concussion.
So so majority, I believe today they will be playing more of a cover 3, deep cover 2 look that most teams have been playing against us. More like the show, like to call it a mushroom almost. So they're going to pretty much try to let their defensive line, eat as much as possible and just say, you know what, whatever plays you get, as long as we can keep the ball in front of us, we'll survive. So that's what they're going to play today. I mean, they normally don't play a cover three. They normally let their corners play a man up. They generally don't cross their corners because they believe in both Sauce Gardner, which is a very good All Pro corner, and DJ Reed, who's actually I believe is better than Sauce. And they let them play their game. But in different situations, they don't travel with the number one receiver. They always switch it up. They always bring down that safety to play that nickel, or bring in that extra guy to play that nickel. And it's different. It's a different variety of defenses. This what makes that defense very good, because they're multifaceted at playing different things, and that's what we need to start doing here, truthfully.
Well, I saw them hold the Kansas City Chiefs to 3 points in that second half in the game that they lost, and they barely lost. They gave them all they could handle. Zach Wilson
lost.
Actually was slinging that rock that game. I was like, wow, he don't look like the Zach Wilson I heard about. I was like, yo, he was slinging that rock. So that's what we have to look out for too. That defense was formidable, holding. They scored 20 points in the first half, and I think they ended up with. No, they didn't even score that last. They just ran the clock out, right? They didn't even kick that last field goal. So it was 23. 23. They only gave up 3 points in the second half. That's a formidable defense to do that against the Kansas City Chiefs. So we do have our work cut out for us. We cannot sleep or take this game lightly. We have to come out. And I think that what Nichelle said is true, that this team is not one that rest on their laurels or takes weeks off. I don't think they do that. And I was on the show last night, and they brought up, and it was blasphemous for them to even mention that these inactives are Nick Sirianni giving these guys a rest. I don't believe that in any sense of any stretch of the, it's not like why Nick doesn't operate like that. We don't have time to give people weeks off. Are you kidding me? I know we're basketball. Good. Yeah, this isn't basketball. We don't do that. So I was like, I don't think that's what they're doing today. Like, yeah, I think they're giving them a rest and all. No, we try to win every game. We don't have that luxury. I know we have a good team, but we're not that full of ourselves that we're going to just sit out possibly the best defensive player this year, just so he can have a rest and get ready for the Miami game. Speaking of which, let's talk about the inactive. I'll bring it in.
Yeah, it's crazy to say that they're down there to starting corners when let me just go through it. For the New York Jets, Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, cornerback Braylon Echols, running back Izzy Ekabenku, linebacker Zaire Barnes, wide receiver Jason Brownlee, defensive rotational lineman Michael Clemens. For our Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Carter, Darius Slay, big play Slay, Sidney Brown, Marlon Tupupalu, Rashad Penny, of course, Albert O'Kay, Tanner McKee. The crazy thing about it, and I have to say this before I go even farther, we had two guys placed on IR this week. Quez Watkins and Justin Evans. And safety Justin Evans. They were placed on inactives, and I believe far as who was added onto the roster, Brandon Mann was added onto the roster, our punter, and Devin Allen was brought up along with, I have that for you in a second. I know Devin Allen was brought up from the practice squad for this game.
So Nick's playing chess, not checkers.
Well, the thing about it, Jalen Carter sprained his ankle on Wednesday's practice. Wednesday's practice, he sprained his ankle. They said it's not a huge thing to be worried about, but they're playing it safe with him because he's having a tremendous season. Darius Slay had a situation with his knee, which I just found out that goes back to about the second, maybe the first game that nobody really knew about. Yes. So Bradley Roby, thank you. Bradley Roby was added to the roster, so he's going to be our nickel corner moving forward.
Okay.
But the thing about it is, these injuries, they do pile up on us. Last year we was fortunate, but we got to take care of what we got to take care of. If these guys can afford to be out this game, and we have people that have to come in and play, like Josh Jobe, might not like him, but he has come in and he played okay. You got Mario Goodrich, you have Eli Ricks, you have Bradley Roby, you have Bradbury. You have guys that have been thrust into positions to play immediately. You even got the rookie, Keely Rango, that can get in there. So this is going to be a game where we discover who we are on our depth chart, who can step up to that bell and be the go-to guy in the case of the situation where we're down our stars.
Word.
Well, I think that they're doing a good job. I think Bradley Roby did a great job coming in off for the. He wasn't even here that long, and he came in. And I think they wanted to put him on a pitch count, but the time was desperate times. We needed him because Cooper Kupp was killing us. So they threw him in there. He performed admirably to be here just for as short a period of time that he was here. Last night, somebody brought up the fact that they always say something when they're on YouTube, and I don't address and I don't acknowledge their statements. So I've got to make sure I give love to my YouTube followers, because I told this guy, dude, I love all of you guys, all of them. I love all of you guys. And you are a big part of this show. I mean, I don't know what other show makes the chat room such a prominent part of the show. Well, maybe I do, because some people charge super chat money, so they have to make the chat part of their show. But anyway, I do it because I want you guys to be a part of the conversation. So, and not ignoring anybody from the YouTube, let me acknowledge E Money Bentley, who has predicted this score to be 45-10, the Jets.
Damn.
Ed, I've never ignore Ed. I talk to Ed all the time. Ed, you should have been on there last night, because this guy said I ignore my YouTube followers, and that is not the case.
Ed would have had your back. Ed would have had your back.
Yeah, Ed would have had my back. My boy Roy from Philly, he lives down here with me now. What's up, everyone? What's up, Roy? What's going on? Tim Mack, Pumpkin the Warlock. What's up, Bird fam? Go Birds. All right, Ryan. Ryan has a long comment here. Let's read it. Let's see. Our only concerns and negative talk should be regarding the pass defense coverage. The pass defense coverage, even when they were healthy last year, sucked. So please don't blame the injuries this year on why they are sucking. They sucked last year when healthy. Everyone else about this team should be positive. Yes, the offense hasn't played the best, and the play caller has been iffy. But it will turn around. The offense all around will be fine. All right,
that. Break that down, Ryan. Break that. We all agreed that our pass coverage, particularly pass coverage. Let's even boil it down. It's the pass coverage over the middle of the field. That's the pass coverage we don't like. It's the dinking and the dunking that we don't like.
Well, with that being said, Kobe Dean does provide you a little bit better in
A little
coverage.
bit.
I mean, even though I hate to have linebackers that are shorter than me. I'm 6'1".
Oh gosh, here we go.
All right, let's end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right.
I'm sorry. I know he can play ball. Listen,
that's discrimination.
We have some great linebackers, Hall of Famers that have been under 5'11".
Yeah. Zach Thomas, Sam Mills, 2 Hall of Famers right there.
Come on.
But you are watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show around on Facebook that is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles, the NFC East division leading Philadelphia Eagles. And we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots as we get ready. This is the virtual tailgate Eagles Talk as we get ready for this upcoming game against the New York Jets. So I am drinking a double. I'm going to increase that. I'm drinking a triple shot of the cranberry juice. Pat is going to do the Jameson Irish whiskey, and Nichelle is doing the tequila. Not tequila, coffee type blend.
Coffee and Cantera Negra.
Yeah, coffee and Cantera Negra. Oh, I said that. Wow. I said that just like that. I can't say it again, though. All right, so here we go. All right. So to Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
All right, there she is.
Hey, Miss Pam.
You know what time it is. You know what
I love
You know what time it is.
I love
You know what? I saw the video of that today. I was scrolling social media. I saw the video of him coming through the tunnel and actually doing that on the field.
Yeah,
Yo,
it was
that
his
has to be
birthday.
a
Let's give him a
yeah.
birthday shout out. Weapon X. Ike
Yeah,
Reese's
happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday, y'all. Happy birthday to
Yo.
the Eagles fam.
Oh, B-Dog is a Libra?
Mm-hmm.
Libra
Right.
fam, that's what's up. Libra season, that's
Right.
what's up.
When's your birthday?
Friday, coming up. Friday.
Look,
man.
Libras.
My wife's
Yeah,
birthday
Libra's in the
Wednesday.
house. Yeah. All right,
Yep,
Miss
B
Jones
Dog,
is in
and
the
then
house.
Ike Reese as well. He had the big 5-0. Welcome to the 50 Club, Ike.
Yeah, Ike, that's what's up. That's what's up, baby.
Welcome to the
I
50
need
Club.
to call in
Welcome.
today. Call in this week. I've been so busy. I haven't called
Oh.
in a long time.
I forgot to add
Um,
one more.
Who's that?
Mekhi Gardner was added to the roster today too. He was an elevation from the practice squad. He's a corner.
Oh, okay.
Look, Ed said Michelle's drink sounds like something I can't order.
Probably not, but you can make it. But you can
He
make
was
it.
Probably
I can't
not, but you can
remember.
make it.
All right, that's what's up. Oh, Tony, you're a Libra too? Don't tell me you're a Libra too, are you?
My
Oh, that's what's
Scorpio's
up.
at, man. My Scorpio's at. What you even
Yeah. And Dion's in the house. Now, where you? You weren't here in the beginning, huh? He's
No, he
drinking
was.
the makers.
He's somewhere. I think he's traveling somewhere. He said it's 9:30 where he's at.
Oh, that was him? I saw
Uh-huh.
that. I didn't know that was him.
Dion's out and about. But did you hear
All
what the Jets defensive coordinator said about the Eagles offense? My offense.
No, what? Say it. Come
He
on, put it out
said
here.
when they asked him about the Eagles offense, he said, when you watch them, it's like watching a Madden game. Like they just like somebody just turned on all the controls.
Yeah,
And
facts.
there's so many ways they could beat you. So they have the respect. So they're definitely going to get up for us. But at the same time, he recognizes how many weapons is on our offense because it's like watching a video game to him. That says a lot.
Yeah.
Says
Man,
a lot
that's-
about Jalen and the crew.
That's what they call window dressing. They're
Mhm.
prepared for us.
They
and
are.
they're gonna do their best to try to limit everything that we do good.
How? How you do that? How?
How, Sway?
How, Sway? I mean, you
Oh,
can't double team everybody. We have weapons that
Run it down.
deserve double teams, right?
Run them down.
So everybody, like AJ deserves a double team.
Run it
Devontae
down.
deserves a double team.
Run it
Goddard
down.
deserves a double team.
Triple
man.
team.
You can't double team all three of them.
You know how you beat
You
that?
can't.
You know how you beat that?
Zone.
Getting home on the defensive line.
Mm.
When you have a defensive line that get home quickly, that beats all that. Regardless of you have to double team this player, double team that player, you can have Tyreek Hill out there for if I'm getting to the quarterback by the time he gets to his 3-yard step, right? By the time he plant that foot, if he's getting planted in the ground, that nullifies everything. And the
I
teams that we
forgot
have,
to mention we do have like the number one offensive line.
We
All right,
do.
just to throw that in there. I just
I-
wanted to
I
throw that.
mean,
gonna
I'm
bring
like,
that
what is
up.
Pat
I don't
talking
know.
about?
Yeah, I'm
who's
like, yo.
whose team you talking
Like
about?
that, yeah. Like that's going to be
Who's
easy, right?
what?
Like, yo, just get to
Isn't
the
Kelsey
quarterback.
like
All
on
you-
his 145th start breaking the record? Like
Breaks the
what?
record
Lane
today.
Johnson ain't let nobody. What? Stop.
I know. Are you kidding me? No.
Stop.
I mean, that sounds like a very simple thing, to slow us down, but it's easier, much easier said than done.
yes,
Yeah, and then on top of the offensive line, we have a quarterback back there that is not a statue, far from being a statue, very athletic, and I don't see that happening. So good. I mean, everybody tries, and it's their turn. We'll see what they can do, But I got the ultimate confidence in our team. That's how I'm riding. I just got the ultimate confidence in our team. We don't have Quez though. Yeah, all right, Tony. You just started to get me started, right?
Right. I know.
We don't have
Tony,
Quez.
you instigating.
That is
instigating all
that's-
early in the morning.
Yeah, how are we going to survive, Pat, without Quez? I don't know.
It's
Yo.
difficult when you don't have that speed. Like, no, I'm joking. All right, listen, I love Quez. I love
Y'all
the
clowning.
potential what he could bring to the offense, but he doesn't have it in between the eyes. Doesn't have it here yet. And
No.
I think one day it's gonna turn on up there, and it's
Mhm.
gonna be, you know what, you think you're facing against a bunch of haters. In the actuality, we all want to see you do good. So the criticism that we given to you is hoping to fire something up inside of you to be better than what you have been putting on the field. And I know he can be better, but for right now, for the next 4 games,
Look,
Oz step up, Devin Allen step up. I forgot Britton Covey needs to step up because he's gonna be out there playing. These are our receivers beyond AJ and Devontae.
Miss Jones is in Philly. She's up from Virginia and Philly. She's
Okay.
in the area. What's up, Miss Jones? Oh, she done left
What up?
Will at home. Oh my goodness. Is he gonna be all right? Did you lay out his clothes? You make sure you laid his clothes out for each day. You know, we sometimes, we need that. We need the clothes laid out for us. Did you make sure did you do a meal prep
Really,
for him? Do he know
really,
how to cook?
Dante. He's the
I'm
one
just
that's
saying.
cooking on the grill, remember?
Oh, okay.
And she's the one
All right.
sipping on the tequila. Come on
All
now.
right. I just want to make sure
Is
he's
he
all
gonna
right.
have that? If he gonna have the meal ready when she get back is the question.
Okay.
He's the
You
grill
know, we could be,
master.
we be calling like, hon, where the mustard at?
Lost,
Where the mustard? Yeah,
lost.
like it's in the cabinet. Where that's at? Where the cabinet? The kitchen. Where the kitchen at? All right.
Shit.
Said after 32 years,
2
he's
years.
definitely good. He better know.
All right. Ed said he thinks it's going to be a heavy run day for Swift. Jets run defense is weak. It is. It is kind of weak.
I don't think they're CJ Mosley is their linebacker. I don't think I don't think that's going to be a point where we're going to win at the against the Jets. Get some intermediate stuff. Getting Swisty out in the space, like get him out on the linebacker. I think that's how we go and win this game. Not necessarily trying to run it between our linemen. I know we got the best line in the NFL, but that Jets defensive line is very good. Very good.
Pat is really Team Jets today. I don't know. I don't know how I
Yeah.
feel about that. Like
I don't know.
he thinks we're going to have trouble at everything today. I'm confused.
It's difficult. It's difficult to say. You know what? We're gonna blow them out like the Penn
No,
State
I didn't
did
say
Massachusetts,
that.
63 to nothing, right? Like Penn State did. But no, I can't because this team, like you said earlier, put the clamps on the Chiefs. Right? They put the
Well, the
clamps on the
Chiefs could be
Chiefs.
a little bit overrated, but
They
you didn't
could
hear
be.
that from me. Just saying.
They're a little
I
bit
mean, come
overrated.
on. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Just saying.
No, I understand they have a nice defense. Like I said, it held the Chiefs to only 3 points in the second half, who are known to be an offensive juggernaut. But they have their work cut out without a secondary, no doubt. So we'll see. I think we should have the edge, but we just got to go out there and do it. We can't do it. It's not going to be one on paper. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be one on paper. It's going to be one on the field. So we still have to go out there and play the damn game. So I hope I know that the team is going to be up for it. I know that the team is going to be up for it. Talking about inactives, we did mention one, Jalen Carter, who's not only a top candidate for rookie defensive player of the year, but he's in the running for defensive player of the year as a rookie. That's incredible. And he's not going to be on the field today. So
Yeah.
we have a big
That's a tough
hole
one.
to fill right there. That's a big hole to fill. And that's incredible to say that about a rookie who's only played 5 games, and we're already like, dang, we got a big hole to fill. That's amazing. That says a lot about who he is and what job he's done in these first 5 games and the effect that he's had on this team and what they're saying about him around the league. He is the truth, and I'm glad that we have him. We have like a generational player right now in Jalen Carter, and he's not going to be there today. So what do you think is going to happen? Because what I do see from the Jets is their offense. I mean, they have an outstanding running back themselves in Breece Hall. and he is dynamic. So without Jalen there, how you think we fare against the Jets and their running attack?
I think I think they're going to get Brees Hall's going to get a lot of touches today. He might pull off 100 yards, but I think we're going to get stingy when we get to the red zone. So he might break a few here or there, but I have confidence that, even with some of our corners being out, I have confidence that our line is going to handle that.
Well, if he does get, I'm sorry, go ahead, Pat.
No. You're 100% right. I think he's one of the better running backs in the NFL when he's healthy. When he's healthy, he's one of the better running backs. And you give him a little crack, he could take it to the house. And with us moving from a 6-man rotation to now a 5-man rotation on the defensive front, that's going to bode well for those Jets. Yes, I'm saying this like I'm scared. I'm not scared. All right. First and foremost, I am not scared. let me clear
I ain't
that
no
up
punk
right now.
I ain't no punk.
I'm a realist. I understand the weaknesses of a team sometimes is magnified when you play them, but when you put a dog in the corner, he'll claw and fight his way out that corner. And right now, this team that we're about to face in New York is in New Jersey, North Jersey. They're in a corner, right? And right now, we got a chainsaw coming for their neck.
I know that's right.
So you can fight and claw all you want, but we're going to just chop the hand off. But being real about the whole situation. That when I talk about the defensive line, if you've never seen our defensive front, today you're going to get a crash course of what they can do, especially with Quentin Williams. Why he was paid number one money like he has been played. CJ Mosley's been in the league for a long time. I mean, he's a good linebacker. Rest of that defensive front, there are some good athletes up there, and their offensive line. Truthfully, if Jalen Carter had played, he might have had 6 sacks.
Yeah, their offensive line is not that great. And it's funny that we say that because we just talked about Brees Hall, but Brees Hall is a special running back, doesn't need much of a crease, and he reads holes very well. So some of his success is not because of the offensive line, it's because of his special ability. I don't see that offensive line of being as that stout or anything like that. I was really looking for us to eat today. As far as sacks were concerned, hoping to see Jalen Carter in there to help, to be a part of the sack party today, but he's not going to be there. But this offensive line can be had, and I'm looking for that to happen today. I'm looking for this defense to really eat today. And if Brees Hall does happen to get 100 yards, he would have done what no other running back has done against the Eagles this year. We're only averaging giving up 48 yards a game. On the ground. So if he was to get 100 yards, first of all, that's our defense not having a good day.
I'm just saying, I don't think they really do much in the passing game. I think that's going to be their only offensive production.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's really what I'm saying. I think he's going to have most of his of their offensive production today.
They got very good receivers in Alan Lazard and Garrett Wilson and the Cobb. They got some good receivers over that end, but with Zach Wilson at your helm, like that's just like having Dante playing quarterback for us.
I can't say that. I've seen him the past 2 games, and yeah, he did suck. I mean, and he probably still does, but his last 2 games were encouraging. Let me just say that it was encouraging. So I don't know if that's going to happen today, but it definitely will depend on the run game. Nothing happens with the Jets unless they have a little success with Brees Hall running the ball, because then they can go to the play action, and Zach has been doing well in that the past 2 weeks. So if we slow that down, I just don't see any other way that they can beat us. And another thing, Zach doesn't take very good care of the ball. So if we do bring the heat and we get a couple of hits on him, I think he's liable to cough it up.
He's going to
if not in the interception and fumbles. Yeah, I think he's going to. I think so too. I think at least 2 times we're going to have turnovers because of Zach Wilson.
All right, let's end this score to Dark Knight because we're missing this halftime now.
Listen. Shout out to PJ Walker from Temple, TUMF. Hold
Yo.
it down for Cleveland. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, in the quarter. What happened? I don't see that. What? Oh, wait.
And that's the end of the quarter.
Nothing happened yet.
Oh, okay. What's the score, though? All right, you're watching Eagles Talk. You're watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook that's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. Please drink responsibly before Michelle says it. Please drink responsibly. All right. And Pat is doing the Jameson Irish Whiskey. This is the virtual tailgate. If you know anything about Eagles Talk halftime, it's about to go down. So get your shots ready. Michelle is doing the coffee and I can't say it. She says it.
Cantera Negra.
Cantera Negra. All right. And I am doing the triple shot of cranberry juice. So here we go. Let's go to our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans.
Throw those birds up.
No one lies.
We don't care. We don't care. Fly, Eagle, fly. Eagle, EAGLE Eagles.
To the third quarter.
Yeah, man, this is such a great football season, man. I didn't. Well, maybe I did. I'm about to say I don't know if I expected this much success this year like that, and maybe I did. Maybe I did. This part of the season, I did expect this amount of success, but it looks even. I mean, it looks different from last year, no doubt, but I feel just as good about where we are at 5-0 as I was last year. Last year, we still hadn't hit our stride yet, but our offense was just looking just amazing. Like we would put up 21 points in a quarter and take the second half off, and that was exciting. This year, I'm enjoying the way we're dominating this year by playing keep away. I love it. I love dominating the time of possession and making these guys have to make every possession count, because that's what happens. They have to make every possession counts against this Philadelphia Eagles team, because you can not touch the ball for 9 minutes after you let us hold the ball. You know what I mean? So every time you touch the ball, it's almost like, yo, we got to put some points on the board or we're going to be falling behind, and we're not going to have enough time to come back.
Period.
I say every week, when you look at this team, you look at the makeup of this team, you go back to college football. Look at the Alabamas when they're on top. Look at the Georgias when they're on top. It's like no matter how good of a team you think you are, like Notre Dame, USC, Ohio State, their bad day is still beating you. Your good day versus their bad day, they're still whooping your ass. So listen, this team has to make up to be a very good team for a very long time. They could be a juggernaut for a very long time. The health thing is a scare, of course, but if we're able to stay healthy and start clicking on these different things that we're doing on offense and defense, It's no telling how good this team really could be moving forward.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that we have a big test coming up next week against Miami, and I don't want to get ahead of ourselves because anything can happen between now and then. But that's going to be a great barometer game for us. But we have to get past this game against the Jets first.
Definitely. We can't look past any game. Every week is either you go 1-0 or we don't talk good about you.
Right. Listen, we can't look past it. Our team is not looking past it. They always talk about their 1-0. The fan base, we can't look past this game. We expect this should be a blowout. This should be a W. Period. That's how I feel about it. It should definitely be just win. That's all. That's all.
3-2.
It'll be semi like a home game because we already seen all the video, the pictures of the fans represent Eagles and the Phillies up there right now.
Only an hour 20 minutes away.
Listen.
They're not even
and
in
if
New
you
York.
in Jersey, it's even closer than that.
You're not even in New York. Like, let's be honest, they're in North Jersey. They're literally 15 minutes away from New York.
All right, hold on. You guys carry on for a second. I got an emergency. Go ahead.
Take care. Listen, this is a game that you know what we saw the past 2 games. We saw Jalen Hurts getting back on track, especially with the connection to AJ Brown. Finally, they were connecting. Now it's time for him to get on track with Devontae Adams, because last week it was with Goddard, right? It was Philly Goddard last week. This week
Goddard
it has to be Smith and still be Goddard this week. Our offensive line has to give them the protection that you always talk about they don't do well with.
They're getting better. I watched the last couple of games and some of Baldy's breakdowns, but they have stepped up their game in the pass protection, because I've noticed a couple times Jalen's had too much time on his hands and he's not making a good call when his reads run out. So I think they're getting better. Here on the pass rush.
That him missing Quez Watkins. I know we talk about that to ad nauseum. Like him missing Quez Watkins was on purpose. But actually, being honest, it was him missing Quez Watkins. You got to be better in those situations,
right? So he's getting the time. He's getting the time.
When you have these guys, you got to hit them. You got to make it count. You have to make it count.
And to Jeremiah's point, yes, we got to have better red zone production. We definitely have to have better red zone production, because at the end of the day, we're trying to fine tune. That's what I mean. Like, I'm not worried, but we do need to fine tune our game so we are playing at that top tier level come playoffs. So we definitely need to get out there and get more 7s than 3s. Love you, Jake Elliott. I know you worth all that. Don't get it twisted, but we need more touchdowns.
Oh wow, yeah. You definitely need more touchdowns. Like, listen, Jake Elliott is getting a workout right now. He's going to end up being the Pro Bowl All-Pro kicker of the year, because all the freaking 50 yards and 60-yard kicks we have asked him to kick this year. But to this comment right here from Jeremiah, we have to be better. You have to score points. There's no reason in the world why we're not scoring or we're within the go zone. We call it the go zone because we got to go and get that money. Oh man,
I hope San Fran does lose. I hope they do. But it doesn't matter if we don't win.
Yeah, we gotta win.
We gotta win. So we gotta keep that same energy. I'd love to see today that our offense mixes it up again. I would like to see Gainwell get in on it as well. I think they could mix it up with Swift. And just, it's definitely time for Devontae to have one of those games.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I hope they dial him up in a big way, because I think he could definitely eat on these corners today. AJ Brown he was laughing. He was laughing like,
it's not tweet, it's X now. It's X now.
I refuse.
It's Xing.
I refuse. I don't get down with Musk like that. I'm sorry, not sorry. I was there back in the day when it first started. So nope.
Yeah, I was never a part of Twitter. I'm gonna be honest with
you.
Nope. But this is a question right here from James Edgefield. He said, can you answer me this? Why when we see the Chiefs not playing well but still winning, that no one is talking about them like they do us?
Let's put that on a t-shirt. and ask because there's a certain level of bias
Philly against the
to
world.
to Philly,
Hmm.
period. Whether it's the bias on how they talk about our fans and knowing that Bay Area fans are literally the worst, like literally have put people in comas, whether it's the bias against, our blue collar sensibility in this town. There's a certain level of media bias that's definitely against Philly, and some of that is just hate and pure jealousy. The way we show up, no matter where we are in the world, whether we're in LA, we'll turn that to a stadium. Eagles London game, we'll have all the UK Eagles bars lit. They
Yeah,
don't realize we're everywhere. Australia, Eagles Nation is a
we're the best
thing.
traveled team in the NFL.
Period.
Period, hands down.
Period.
I'm
We
I'm
have the
not.
best
It's no
fans.
question about how much of a fan base we have around the world. Period. But with that being said, when you experience this much winning, when you experience this much in everything that we have been doing in a positive light, you get a lot of people hating on the success. Like the tush push was nothing. It wasn't a big deal until
Hmm.
somebody said, "You know what? That should be a legal play."
But
Philly,
did you see Bama do it though? Come on now.
we're the only one winning on this brotherly
Bama did this
shove
same
for
thing, got the
92%
touchdown.
of the time. So it's everything and anything that we do. Uh, we're always going to get criticized. We're always going to get talked down on it because of the nature of who we are and what we do. Oh wow, are they
Mhm.
about to win this game?
Listen, listen.
I'm
Shout
sorry.
out to
I
Bama.
got the game on the side, but
See,
I'm
I don't see that's why I always ask for us to start a little earlier because my TV's not in here where I do the show.
mm,
There's no TV. I gotta look
you,
at everything
you
from
gotta
my
get a
phone.
mini TV and an antenna. That's what you gotta do. Let me go some more comments real quick. Hey, yes, for real, for real. The
We
conversation
are.
that conversation was had a long time ago. I think it was about 4 years ago after we won the Super Bowl. 6 years, I mean 5 years ago after we had the Super Bowl. And we was talking about how is the Cowgirls still America's team when nobody really roots for them any longer.
Mm-mm.
They said the real team is between us now. At that time, they were talking about New England too. New England and who else was it? I forget who the other teams was, but they said we had a bigger influence around the world for our fan base and in America than the Dallas Cowgirls. We really are the America's team, man. Blue collar, middle class.
Period.
We work for every single thing we get, and you know what? Today we need to work for it.
And
What?
it only makes sense that we're America's team. It's the birthplace of the Constitution. Come on. It never made sense that Dallas was America's team just because it was Texas and they had a big star.
nah, it
Made
makes
zero
nah.
sense.
You
The
gotta
birthplace
be.
of the Constitution, blue collar, working class, the values that we have, hard work, dedication, that's America's principles. Not
True.
everything's big.
Listen, Texas is good for barbecue. That's it. I got a
And
question
big
for you, Michelle.
hair and big boots and big hats.
I'm gonna keep that
But
there.
shout out
All
to
right.
Texas. I love Texas. Don't get it twisted.
What do you think is some keys to victory for this game for us?
um, I think our Sean Desai is going to have his hands a little bit full
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that each week he has to almost reconfigure this defense. So
Yeah.
shout out to him for being up to the challenge. So if he's doing what he did last week, seeing the gaps and making adjustments, long as he's making adjustments in game
Mm-hmm.
or at least at the half, he has a chance to be successful. I think for our offense, if anything goes wrong on offense, it's going to be on us, barring one or two spectacular plays that they may make. But the only way offense does not perform today is if they beat themselves, because offense can take this game by storm if they want to,
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think the keys are going to be. Offense has to play their game. Yes, they have a formidable defense, but our offense plays against one of the top defenses every week in practice. So, they play against some good defensive players. If offense plays their game,
Mm-hmm.
mixes up the ball, I see, a a good 50-50 on the pass and the run game,
Yeah.
and defense makes adjustments and slowly eat away at that middle of the field production that we're giving every quarterback out there, we should definitely win by a touchdown.
I definitely agree with that. As long as our offense are they're not in the mode of being generous and giving up the ball.
That part.
And it's doing the same thing we have done in the past 2 weeks is
Keep the
controlling
ball
the
away.
time of possession. When you control the time of possession, not only do people get tired, not tired, they get restless. Their muscles begin to relax. They begin to not being in that mode of playing football like they're home on the couch because they're not doing anything. So
Right.
be that juggernaut and take that time, take as many minutes off the clock as humanly possible, and continue to move this thing forward. And this game shouldn't be as difficult as I'm making it out to be, right? When I talk about our defensive line,
Hmm.
this game should be a pretty decent and easy game for us to win going away. Just like this coming from Eric Clinton. Ball control, no balls on the ground, keep the clock running, and no injuries. That's essential. That's essential with doing anything and everything moving forward. Because truthfully, you want to talk about teams. What the heck was he doing? You want to talk about teams winning, right? We want to talk about the Miami Dolphins. How do you beat the Miami Dolphins? Don't get the ball back to the
Don't give
offense.
him the ball. Period.
Right.
And here's the thing: as good as some of their defense is on
Mhm.
the Jet side of the ball, that time of possession game, I don't care how good you are, it will wear you out as a defender. And that's one thing that is definitely going to be key is our time of possession,
Correct.
because we know how to tire defense out. Or they better have that stamina because they're going to be on the field a long time. And
It's
that's another
going
thing.
down.
That's a whole different ball of wax when you're a little bit gassed, even if you're one of the top defensive teams in the league.
Yeah, when you're tired, when you're gassed, when you don't have no push in you, I could bench press 400 pounds, but if I have a 300 pounder pushing on me for 90 something plays for a 10-minute span, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to get tired.
Period.
No question. I will be tired. Some more let's see this. I'm gonna need the Browns to get this joint over with so I don't miss kickoff. San Fran is going down.
Are they though?
PJ Walker, who's the Temple alum,
I
he
put up
was
a picture of him
he
today. He was at the camp with my son.
almost threw a pick. He almost threw a pick. All they had to do the past few plays under the 2-minute warning is run the ball. That's the same thing with us. Like when you in our situation, run the freaking ball. Run the
But they're
clock.
in field goal range, right?
Yeah. Let me end this quarter so we can get to the fourth quarter because we got about 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the quarter.
So again, you're watching a very unique Eagles talk as we get ready for our Philadelphia Eagles to face the New York Jets and go up there and trounce them. We have to. Oh, they up. We have to go up there with the mindset that this is a business trip. Got to take it personally.
Mm-hmm.
Go up there like they're any other team with all their starters, even though they don't have their starters. We got to go up there and bust ass. But with that, this is Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And what we do on our show, we do something very unique. We drink. Dante's not drinking. He's on a sabbatical and he doesn't drink any longer, but we do. Michelle is drinking the coffee with the
Cantera Negra.
Pantera Negra. I'm not going to even say that name too much because I'm not going to pronounce it. I'm doing the Jameson Irish whiskey. It's game day, so you got to do the Jameson to represent our Eagles. And you know what? Let me know what you're doing out there as we salute our Philadelphia Eagles on taking this win.
And please enjoy responsibly.
Please
Don't
do.
drink and drive. Call it Uber.
There you go. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
As we get closer and closer to game time.
4 minutes. 4 minutes, Dougie Fresh.
49ers, I'm going to say this right now, even though it's on to my left. The 49ers are in a heap of trouble, right? they are falling victim to what we call the prototypical trap game. And it's like,
Maybe you
like-
should have did their show.
nah, I'm not doing this show. The thing about it is, if you look at this game, right, this is they're missing their top-notch quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. They're missing their corners with Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed not being there. I mean, they still have some core guys there. The offensive line was always trash. They're missing actually their starting offensive lineman. I forget his name right now. I think he's on IR. So it's a lot to say, you know what, this game is for the Philadelphia Eagles. But also, I mean, if I go look at the point spread, and I hate to do this because Dante got me talking about it, we're a 6-point line. It's a 6-point line, 6.5-point line. So let's come out there and whoop their ass. Don't take this game for what it is, a trap game. Just come out there, whoop their ass, get back in the locker room, go home, eat a cheesesteak.
Right, handle business. I think Reddick's going to eat this game because if you notice how he's trending ever since he got that cast off, he's trying to make up for lost time right now. He really is. So Zach Wilson, watch your back, homie.
Hey, Reef, yes, I'm taking shots. You know what I think? I really think Derek Barnett, Josh Sweat is going to get off today.
Shucks.
Don't ask me why I think Derek Barnett is going to do something today. Just besides the usual, he haven't had one yet this season, so I'm not going to. Let me knock on wood. But I think he might get a sack or two this game. And Josh Sweat has been close, so close every single week. He is much bigger than most of these left tackles that he's facing, more athletic and more strong, and he's bowling these guys over. But on
they want you to hurry up so you can pour Steph shots. It's her birthday week.
We got a whole
Happy
different bottle upstairs.
pre-birthday, Steph.
So as Dark Knight tends to what he has to deal with, we're getting close to game time. We're about a minute away. So let me get your prediction on the show.
This week, I say we have a 34-14 win of the Jets. You know, I'm just going to handle business. Keep it gravy. Keep the main thing the main thing.
I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna treat it just like this. I think we win 34-10. I think that's the final score. And they get to 10 pretty much in the third and fourth quarter with a field goal and a touchdown because basically we don't give two craps after that. I know Dark Knight will have an answer. As long as we're able to control, for me, as long as we're able to control the line of scrimmage on offense and defensive side, like I say every week, we can just win this game very easily. But Dark Knight would say, as long as we score more points than
they do.
Whoop they ass. Listen, this has been Eagles Talk. Make sure you follow the Dark Knight during the game. He will be doing play-by-play on YouTube, Eagles Talk on YouTube. Please follow us, subscribe, and like our channel. We look forward to seeing you after the game, post-game. And listen, go Eagles, fly, Eagles, fly. Y'all know the stanzas. We see you after the game. Enjoy this one. We love y'all. Peace.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback crack, yo, sack that fool.